Stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And it is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So excited. So our sketch today comes from Inking Up with Jessica. Love this woman, love her stuff. On this sketch is all the dimensions that you need. She showed something in the corner, and I did it by Tuckerway, which is a little bit different than most of you would expect. But this sketch is one of those lovely sketches that you can use the base, but everything in the corner, you can size this differently for it to look like something you would really like to create. And you could create lots of cards with just this pattern. So I am going to show you my cards that I created today. Remember that the dimensions on my card can be seen at ktstamps.com, and you can find everything there. And that will be brought on probably about an hour after I'm done recording. So you have that. Still need to do a lot with the pictures and get ready for tomorrow. I'm so excited. What are you guys doing for your Thanksgiving? Or what are you doing for your holiday? I do celebrate Thanksgiving, and my Thanksgiving is more about thanking the people in my life who I just truly adore. And my nieces are coming over, and a really good friend, and my partner. So that's who I like to say thank you to. So I'm excited about that. I hope you guys are excited spending time with your family too. So this will be my first card. It's a pretty easy card. It is one that is taken from the Secret Garden card making workshop kit. And I absolutely love this. It comes with a whole bunch of secrets on how you can create different cards. This is the stamp set and dies. These are the layouts that you can do. It tells you how to lay. This is the cardstock down below, and how to lay everything out so you can create your cards. And this is just absolutely beautiful. Look at some of these beautiful cards. Over here, I mean, this is everything that you need in here. Look at these beautiful cards. And the sayings that go with them. I love them. I have not done anything from the cards except for finding what cardstock I wanted and went from there. Now this also includes stamp set, dies, what else? Some embellishment. I think that's it. Cardstock. This is what I'm using, and I think it's called a periwinkle or something like that. With this, you also get extra coordinating cardstocks, and the one that I am using is the periwinkle, and I felt that it went best with the Boho blue, so that's what I did. And with this, I'm sorry, you also have the embossing folder and the stencil. And I have all that. This is the embossing folder that comes with the whole kit. Isn't it great? Oh, it's probably really hard for you to see. That's even harder. Let me see if I can get something that would help us out. There you go. And so I just embossed this on a piece of cardstock, and it was basic white. And then I came in with the stencils or the masks and just set them on top and mask the color. And that's what we get to do today. So I'm really excited about that. So I have already run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then I am going to color it with you. You got to get out your, Stamparatis, because that's one of my favorite things. And this will all go back inside the kit. Love the kit. It's absolutely fabulous. And I love the fact that Close to the Heart made a card kit, because that's what I really love. So let me show you what I have. These are the dots, the Secret Garden dots. I'll show you those later. This is just a piece of the basic white cardstock. It's not the heavy, it's just the light. This is the periwinkle, and today we are going to use the dots, where on the other one I use the diamonds. This is our embossed cardstock. This is the Boho blue, and this is just going to be a piece that goes inside. I thought I did that inside. Yeah, I must not. Yeah, I got the extra piece. But anyway, I did that on the inside. Then what I did, you can see that this is done with markers, and is done with peach pie and old olive. And all I did was I used the marker of peach pie on the stamp, and then I used the old olive on the leaves. I gave it a nice little Darth Vader, oh, and then I just stamped it on here. I gotta find here they are. This is the cardstock that I used. This is what I used on the inside. It comes really in a nice little package. I wish Stampin' Up would do something like this. And it has the dies on the outside, and then on the inside are all the stamps. They're photopalmer stamps. And then on the outside, you know exactly what you have, and it also labels it. So that's really great. So that's what we are using today. I am also using, this is a retired ribbon, and the retired ribbon just is the boho blue, and it's the textured ribbon. And all I did was put a bow down at the bottom, and then I used the different, these are two of the green, and this is one of the boho blue. So that's what I did. So let's get everything ready for what I need to do right now. The colors that I am bringing in are the old olive for the leaves, the peach pie for the little flowers, and the early espresso for the stems. So that's what we are going to do. Bringing in my Stamp-A-Majig. I am just going to take my magnets. Put them down as soon as I get everything matched up. All right, hold on. Where are you guys? Okay, we're going to start right now with just the stems. Okay, let me try this a little bit different. I want to do this different because I realized that I did do it differently. I have some washi tape that I'm just putting down in the bottom. And this washi tape still has torn, you can see, still has torn things at the top and at the bottom, which drives me crazy. So now we're going to line the stems up. And I'm just kind of guessing where the stems are. And then I'm taking my magnets and placing them down on the masking. So now I have all my colors that I need. So the first color we are going to go over is with the Early Espresso. I went light on this. And then as soon as you are done, please make sure that you wash your stencils and wash your small blending brushes. So I think I got everything. I'm going to do them just a little bit heavier than I did the last one. So that's our first one. And let me get everything I need. So we're going to move that. So our first one is done. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Love this. Love this. I got to put this someplace where I will not stick my fingers in it. And now we're going to add our green. Now, what you have to find out is if I lay it this way, I'm off. I don't know if you can see. What I need to do is turn it over and follow where the leaves are on my paper, my cardstock. So now with this, we're moving this out of the way. Sorry about my hand always being in the camera. And we're going to use some Old Olive. So I went light. And why I went light is because I wanted to be able to go over this in a darker color. So I'm just going to take some of this and just go dark in places. So I'm looking right now just to see, is that going to look okay? And I think it's going to look great. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so we're going to move this, and then we're going to see if this is what we like. And I really like all the different colors on this, so I will take this off, and we'll get ready to do the last one. Now you line this. Sometimes these are a little bit tricky to line up. So make sure that it doesn't have a nice little V in it like the Stampin' Up one does. But you can see where you need to layer these. This one I'm coming in probably the darkest out of all of them. Because I really like how the dark plays on this. And this one will be a little bit darker than the other one is. I'm just going to move that out of the way. And we have done our masking. Isn't that great? Look at that. And look at how different it is just by pressing a lot harder with my pumpkin pie. And I'm going to lift this up, see if I can get this off without ruining it. And the same at the top. And I'm sorry there's so much glare around. And I did it again. Boy, that always comes off. And I even rubbed these on my pants before I did it. And this is probably, I've used these probably about 6 times. So a little bit frustrated with that. So we're going to move the Stampin' Majig out of the way. Then we are going to bring our first layer into the play. And we're just going to set this on top. It's about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Then we are going to add this onto the Boho blue. And again, I like to add embossed folder cardstock on with a green glue. Sometimes the green glue is my best friend. Sometimes it's my worst friend. Right now I'm doing okay with it. And this has about 1/8 of an inch or so all the way around. I'm just going to turn this over, give it a good rub. All right, I really like that. Oh, I just think that's beautiful. So now I'm going to turn this over, and I am bringing out my foam adhesive sheet. And I'm just using big. And I'm going to use probably about 5. And I want this to be able to stand up even when we put it in the mail. So there are my 5. And hello to everybody who is online. Thank you. Again, I cannot see you. I gotta figure out how to get everything to work so I can see the little comments while I'm doing my recording at the same time. Have not figured that one out yet. And oh, I'm sorry, I'm off camera. And I gotta scoot that up just a little bit so everybody can see what I'm doing. And hopefully you saw what I was doing and that I just didn't do everything off the camera. So this is gonna be a little bit towards the bottom and the top. And I will make sure that I keep checking about where I set everything. So I'm really sorry if I am off. Oh, I didn't switch my brushes. If I'm really off camera. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring in my large Stampin' Mist bottle that has alcohol, and it also has just about a full wink of Stella. And I'm just going to spread this to give it a little bit of a shine. And I don't know if you can see the shine yet. Sometimes it takes a little bit. But if you can't, I know you can see the shine on this. You see it right there? Right in this area. So that's what we're working for. All right, and I'll show it to you again once we're done. So all I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to make a knot. And thank you for whoever told me to bring the stuff into the camera. I do that quite a bit. Camera's right in my way of seeing, so I don't do a very good job at that. Thank you for reminding me though. All right, so we have that, and we're just gonna take a glue dot and glue that at the bottom. And then I'm gonna put that down there. So we're almost done with our first card. Then I am just bringing in my close to the heart. And you can see, I use these, and this is almost like it's a sage color. I really like it. So I'm going to bring in take my pick tool, and I'm putting these just in the corner. I just really like the way that they looked in the corner. Let's see if I can get this one off. There you go. I really like that. And then I am just going to take my big, let me take this, my other part of my take my pick tool. And I'm just going to, no, I don't like that off to the side. There we go, that's better. I like that a little bit better, because I find that it's really hard to see off to the corner here, but this really shows off the flowers. Take your pick tool, has the gummy stuff at the bottom. It's kind of like a little bit of Play-Doh. You can stick things to the bottom, and then you have a tip, and you can also change the tip to a nice little, I call it like a little spatula. And that's what we got. And that ends up being our first card. And you can see both. What do you guys think? Do you like the diamonds, or do you like the dots? Let me know. Give me your thoughts. Okay? So there we go. That's our first one. Love all these things. All right. So then our next card is going to be a fancy fold. And I do not know exactly what it is called. It's just a normal card. And then it has pockets. So you can use the pockets. You can also, I left room down at the bottom, so if you wanted to add a gift card, you could either add the gift card right on this first one, and you can just stick it in there, and on the second one. And then there's a little opening back here that if you wanted to write a special little saying to someone, you could do that. So that's going to be our next card we're making. Now you're going to need something kind of sandpaper-ish, just really a light fine sandpaper. You're going to need your combo Old Olive. Then you're going to need your dark Daffodil Delight and your light Pumpkin Pie. For our first, we are using the Countryside corner dies, and it's going to be the fourth one from the top, from the biggest to smallest. It's number 4. Okay, this one right here. Then we have on the bottom, we are using the Changing Leaf Hybrant embossing folder. And you can see that's what I used down here, and then I sanded it because this is paper that came from, did I not bring it over? Oh no, I didn't, I got it. From the Autumn to Remember Scrapbook Workshop. Now, remember the last one had everything you needed to know about a card. This one has everything you need to know about a scrapbook. The paper is two-toned, so it's dark on one side, light on the other. And I used this purple or grape. I used this crushed curry, and it has both sides. And then I used the Old Olive. And you can see the difference. That's one of the things I love. They both have stickers, or let me get this out of the way. Stickers or something that you can add on the pages. right here, this one has like projects on the back, so you can, when you are dealing with paper and stuff, you'll know exactly where you want it. Again, you have the right to do whatever you want to do. This is the cardstock that I used for my little pocket. Again, all the dimensions are on my website, www.ktstamps.com. So we have that. This also comes with instructions on how to create your, let's turn it the right way, your scrapbooking pages, which I love. So everything that you need, it tells you how to cut it and what project it's going to fit on. It also has these photo placements, so you can add your photos and you'll know exactly what project to add your photos on, because it doesn't tell you, but because it gives you an option on how to create these and then where to put your photo. And some photos are bigger than others, so you may want to use different photos for what you have. This is really well worth the money. I love these. And again, you get these from Close to the Heart, and it has a whole bunch of this two-tone, and then it has a whole bunch of this beautiful designer series paper. These are both sides with the exception of a few, and this is two-toned. Anytime you find that or see that, they got the great big stuff on the inside. I mean, it's a nice set. You can also get this with a stamp set too. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I use that on my card. That and this wonderful little embossing folder. I also used Grateful for You on the inside, Grateful on this little part up here, and this was done in Pebble Path. This leaf is done from the Icon Imagining, whatever. Speech is not working very. Imagery. Okay, Iconic Imagery. And I'm using this little leaf. And then on this is a retired stamp set, also with dies. So the dies come on the inside, have lots and lots of different dies. And I used You Are Such a Blessing, and I did that on the front page of this, and then the flowers on the top, because I wanted something just to go over the top. All right, I'm almost done with everything. I have my Cajun Craze ink. I also used Memento. On the outside, I have the Champagne Iridescent dots, and I'm also using the Metallic Enamel Effects Basics, and I did the gold. And that I'm going to kind of show you, but I've already done it. Okay, so that's going to give you just a little idea of what you need to create this project. Nice little fun fold. Oops. Okay, I think I got everything, and I am ready to rock and roll. All right. So the first thing that we need to do is that we need to fold this in half. So we're taking our piece of paper and we're folding this in half. You want to try to get it as much in half as possible. There we go. Bring out your bone folder. Then the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to fold this over. Sorry, I spilled some water on this. We're going to fold this again in half the long way. So we have half. This is my water spot. So taking our paper, we folded it in half by width, and then we went by length. So that's how we folded this. And then we're going to take our top. I'm trying to see if I could get it out of the way. No, I think we're going to take our top corner, and we're going to fold so this corner is right on the score line, and it's the score line to the length. All right, so we're just going to take that and fold it over. And then we're going to go ahead and press that down. Okay, one more time. In half, widthwise, in half, lengthwise, whatever corner, right-hand corner you have facing your body, you're going to find the middle, and you're going to make the top part of the paper craft come down to the center of the length fold. Right? Then you're going to fold it back in half, and then you're going to fold it in half again. And then from here, you're just going to go ahead, give it a good crease. Now, sometimes you may have a little bit showing at the top. If you do, just cut it off. Okay? So from here, we're going to open this up again like our book. We're going to turn it at a diagonal. You need to know where this line is, and this corner is going to fold over on the other side to this point. So as I fold it, I have the line right here, and this is just going to come, and it's just going to fold right at the diagonal. Okay? And then I'm going to give it a nice little crease. So then you have a corner that goes over. So you'll have the green, oh God, what is this? The Cajun Craze, and then the olive green again. And you can see that mine are not very straight right here, so I will cut that off. So all I'm going to do is just follow this line. Now, let's talk about whatever side you have facing you. Okay, this will be the back of this will be the front of the card, or the back of the card. So whereas on this one, I have the Cajun Craze, this time I'm going to have the old olive facing first. All right? So again, whatever is face down is going to be your main color. And it's going to be the bottom and then the top. All right, can you see the difference? So that's how we're going to do this. All right. So now what we need to do is that we need to bring in our liquid glue, and we need to open up our first, and we're just going to add just a little line down the outside. And again, here we are just giving it a little press. No, again, everything has to do with where your gluing is on the same side as your folds. So on this one, we're going to go ahead and put this down, and then we're going to close it. And again, we're just going to press. You want as little as possible. Now, can you use your Stampin' Seal Plus? Yeah, but that's going to give you a bigger line. Can you use your tear and tape? Yes, you can. But again, look at how big it's going to be. So you have to decide how much do you want to put in these pockets. I went smaller than bigger. Okay? So now, we're going to put this aside. Let me go ahead. I thought I put those in here, but I guess I didn't. This is a card that I'm making for a swap. This is what this looks like. My pockets. Okay, and I'm not done yet. I have the tree that I just cut out of some of the shimmer paper. All the best. I can't remember where any of these came from. And then I use the punch for this, and you can see that I'm not done yet. Okay, but that's what I used on this, and this is going for a swap that I have. Really excited to finish it. I used this part from the mini pocket envelope, and I just stuck it in, and that's what I made for the back. But then I realized I really didn't need to go that extravagant, that I really wanted to make sure that I had something on top. So I changed that. The leaf came from the Everyday Celebration dies. And I just put these all in the same little area. I haven't gotten around to putting these down there yet. But I just keep all of my things that came from the paper pumpkins just on a magnet. Put them all together so I know where they are. So that's what else I used on this. Let me see if I can find... I have a couple more. Hold on just a minute. Let me see if I can find what else I have done. Okay, here. I did this with some directional paper. Didn't turn out as well as I wanted because the trees are upside down. So when you're using directional paper, you may have to fold this a couple of times just to figure out exactly which way you need to fold it so everything can be going in the same direction. Then this is the first one that I ever made. Again, you have an opening, you can put that in there, and then I went with the petal paper, I don't remember what the name of this is, but the ones that have a whole bunch of different petals on them. Okay, so those are the three that I made, and they're all different. Again, with my other one that I have someplace around here. All right, let me get myself going to keep myself moving forward. These are retired, and these are the Trinket Flower adhesive backs. And I just put them on. Hi there, Seema. I put them on just the bottom to hang in there because I didn't know what else I wanted to do. And it wasn't until afterwards that I thought, oh my God, I could go ahead and add a gift card on this page. But I didn't. But remember, you can do that with yours. So thanks, Seema. Have a great holiday tomorrow. And for everyone, have a great holiday. Excited about that. So all I did was put just a little bit of glue on this. And I just put it at the side of my leaf, and I did so you could pull the card out of the pocket. So this gives you just a little bit of room to pull. So I have that down, so it's going to fit in my first pocket. Then let's go ahead and stick the insides in. You can see the bottom. I am not going to sandpaper this. I'm going to leave it just as it is, so it is embossed. And I'm just going to use this is the Friends adhering, so they can take it out and write whatever they want after they receive the card. Okay, so I have that on the inside. Then we're going to take this and let's bring in our piercing pad. And then we're just going to take our sandpaper, and this is the two-tone, and you can tell that it's two-tone because it is white, where our cardstock from Stampin' Up is colored all the way through. And it's the same color on both sides, whereas this one is the two-tone. And this is just really nice when you can give this a good sandpaper. And have the colors, the white colors, come out. And that's all you do with this. So it just gives you an opportunity to see a different color. And Seema, I'm so glad you're here. Put light on the outside. I hope that everything's going okay. And I hope that you are able to celebrate with your family tomorrow. Big hugs to everybody in your family. And we're just going to put this on the card. Now, the bottom part, or the base part of the card, is Cajun Craze. Then this is a crushed curry. Okay, so we got this piece. Now you can see, and you can see the white on this. So we have either the lighter or the darker. And this is where I used the leaf from. And all I did, I'm going to put this on the back, and I think I'm going to go dark. And you'll never see this on the back at all. Might as well just go ahead and seal this right now. I am going to, bring this out. It's our silicone pad. So when it gets stuck back here, the silicone pad won't let you glue it to anything. All right, and we're putting this again towards the right side of the card. So there we go. And then I did this early because I thought it was going to take a little bit longer, but this took about 15 minutes to dry. And all I did was I took my gold enamel and I barely put any on here, and then I took the tip and I moved it around. And so the thinner it is, the better. On my first one, I had just a great big blob sitting here. So if you do that, take the corner of a Kleenex, a paper towel, baby wipe, and just kind of move it towards the inside. But as you're doing so, you're wiping that off at the same time. So you kind of move it and you wipe, and you move and you wipe, because you don't want to get a lot of that color on the outside here. So we're going to do some coloring. If you want blobs, this needs to sit for probably about an hour. Okay? So we're going to start with our light green. And I'm just using the pans and anything that is just a little leafy. I am using the light. Anything that's a little bit darker, I'm going to come in, and like down here, I'm going to add some of the darker Old Olive. So again, this is going to be the part that's going to take the longest. And I'm also on these, I will use the darker green as the stems. So this is just coloring, and again, I'm using my pencil sharp part one. The other one's a flare. This one is more of a solid, like a Sharpie. And then I'm just coloring it all. I'm having Montana ham tomorrow, so that's what I am doing for my holiday, is Montana ham. So I sent away. Montana makes the best ham ever. I do not know why it is so good, but it is just fabulous. Easy. And it's already cooked, so I have it, I'll sit it out tomorrow, and then I will be ready to just put it in the oven for 2 to 3 hours. Not very long. So you can see that I've outlined these. And these little ones, all I'm going to do is dot them. Coming around. Sometimes it's just best to turn what you're working with. And there we go, we got the green done. So now we are going to take the yellow, and the yellow I'm going to use most of it on the card, but I'm going to come back in with lighter pumpkin pie. So this is the darker Daffodil Delight. And I thought it would be great right up against the gold. Thanks, Seema. I really appreciate your kindness. I miss you. Are you ever going to Palm Springs again? I hope so. So from here, we are just going to take our yellow and just color in on the inside part of the flowers. Okay, whoops. And you know when you're doing it right when it bleeds to the back. All right, so now we're coming in with our orange. Our orange is going to be on this little flower here and this little flower over here. And then I'm going to dot all these little flowers. So that's where that's going to go. And then we're just adding dots here. And then over to the other side. And then down in the area closest to the, I call this a sunflower card. So then you get a couple of colors coming out. There's a contrast to them. This is just a really pretty card. And this again are all parts for the tags of the tags that go inside the pockets. Oh, I want to know when you're going to PS, so maybe we can hook up. That would be great. I don't mean hook up in that sense, but maybe we can get ourselves together. That would be so awesome. I'd love to see your face. All right, so that's everything that we need. Now, the one and the final thing I'm going to do that I did not do on the other one is that I want to bring in some of the Winkostella. I might as well have all the flowers kind of sparkle just a little bit. I'm doing the yellow little, I don't know what they're called, and this orange one down here. And this is what the final looks like. So that ends up being our card. So we're going to take this and we're just going to put this on top. So all I'm going to do is just take my liquid glue and go around in circles. And then I'm going to put this down on top. Try to get it as even as possible. And again, turn it over and give it a nice little push down. This is just going to show. I just was okay about that. And then this, we're going to tuck this underneath. We are going down in March. So that's what we're going to do with this, is that we're just going to tuck this. So I got to add this down. So we usually go March so we can also go to Arizona to see Corbin play. There we go. So that's our pocket. So we have our pocket here. And this just shows a nice little, you got your leaf and you got your flowers. So now, part of the fabulous Autumn to Remember has this wood laser type thing. So we're going to use that. And I'm going to go with a big leaf. It's going to fit over here. A smaller leaf. And you got to be careful with these because they're really easy to tear. And then a maple leaf. It's just going to be small. And how we glue that down is with our glue dots. And so I use 3 on the big leaf. And I'm sorry, I don't know the names of the different leaves. I guess I should. So I have 3 of them. You can see them right here. And I think I need to add one more because I need to have one towards the top. And this is, I'm going to start this one up. Then the middle one, I'm going to add 2. We can talk more, Seema. Let's talk on text, or heavens for Betsy, let's call each other and see how we're doing. So I'll do that and try to do that in the next couple of days. Love to hear how you and your family are doing. And so that was 2, and this is going to be 1. So that's what I did. And then on this, I thought, didn't I put a couple? Yeah, but I may change that. I'm going to see. So we're going to bring in the glue again. And with our champagne iridescent dots, let me see if I can get this open without spilling it all over the place. I'm going to use the big ones. So I'm going to put the little ones back in and keep the big ones out. There we go. This is enough. So let's see what we're going to do. So I'm going to put one up high, and all I'm going to do is just add a little dot, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a minute. Dot there, and one dot there. Okay, can you see my little dots? I got 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to take that, and there you are. I have this, so all I'm going to do is plop that down. And here's my second one. And here's my third one. So those are my 3. And then on the grateful, I'm just going to do 1. And I'm just going to do it down on the bottom. And that's all I'm doing. So I have 1 there, and I have 1 here with my flowers. So that's what we have. Friday would be great, I think. I know that I'm going to go work out, and then I am going to do Black Friday for the first time in a long time. So I'm excited about that. See where that takes me. So that's what we got. Can you believe this? So this is our fancy fold card. It's a pocket card. And I want to make sure that I just kind of put this in at the side. And however big your top is, make sure that you move your paper at the bottom so you can have something that doesn't hang over the top of your cardstock. Okay? So then that way you don't squish it when you go to mail it. I have done that quite a bit. All right, so I'll show you the cards now. These are the 2 cards. And I was going to bring this in for another reason, but I forgot that I already stamped the inside. So that is everything we have. Those are the cards that we have. So excited! And let's bring the first 2 up. So those are our pocket cards. And this is our fabulous Hump Day sketches for Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So folks, have a great, great, great day. Take time to be with your family. Make sure that you tell them how much you love them. Whoever your family is. I'm absolutely not identifying anything as far as family goes. I think that we all have our family, and we all have our family of choice. So I'm wishing all of my friends and family happy holidays. So this is Kevon at ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. Leave me a big like and comment on Facebook. If you are watching this later on, then let me know what you think of the cards. And if you're watching it on YouTube, then subscribe to the channel. All right, if you know how to make these cards and you do a different type of a card, please let me know. I love seeing cards on my Facebook page. So thank you again, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Talk to you soon. Thank you, Seema, for telling me that my cards are beautiful. Love you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.